This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Popular U.S. YouTuber held with illegal firearm in Jamaica. Popular U.S. YouTuber Jada Sheaves, also known as Jada Wader, and Gregory Wright have both been reportedly arrested in Jamaica for illegal firearm and ammunition after two guns were allegedly found before their departure on Monday. A senior Jamaica constabulary force source disclosed to the news that while preparing to depart the island, the two persons were found to have been in possession of two 9mm pistols. The source revealed that Sheaves, who is also Lil Baby's baby mother, and members of her entourage had reportedly brought the firearms into the country on their private jet when coming into Jamaica. These weapons are licensed to the persons in question in their home countries, but not in Jamaica, the source confirmed to the news. The two individuals are currently being interviewed by the St. James Police in the presence of their attorneys. Sheaves and her team arrived in Jamaica via private jet last week to celebrate her 24th birthday. Sheaves and Wright are booked to appear in the Western Regional Court on Wednesday. Popular U.S. rapper Lil Baby and Sheaves share a son together, Loyal Armani. Police hit roadblock in Floyd Green No Movement Day party probe. The police have gone to court to obtain an order to compel the R Hotel in St. Andrew to hand over camera footage relating to the No Movement Day birthday party, which resigned Agriculture Minister Floyd Green attended earlier this month. The hotel management has reportedly said it is seeking legal advice on the matter. However, there are indications that the police may not be able to prosecute Green, who, as a minister of government, was in a specific category of persons exempted from the No Movement orders. According to Fitz Bailey, the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the Crime and Security Portfolio, the August 11, 2021 amendment to the order under the Disaster Risk Management Act removes the requirement for exempted people to only move on lockdown days in the course of their duties. There is a carte blanche ability to move by these individuals, including ministers of government, said Bailey. If the man wants to go and play football, that's what the amendment to the act says, Bailey added. Councillor for the Mona Division in St. Andrew, Andrew Bellamy, and Gabriel Hilton, who sat on several state boards, were also at the party. Bellamy has since resigned from the board of the Southeastern Regional Health Authority and the committees he chaired in Kingston and St. Andrew. Hilton, who was an advisor to Green, has stepped down from the boards of the Cannabis Licensing Authority, the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, and the Jamaica 4-H clubs. There have been claims that the police were exhibiting double standards in relation to recent breaches of the Act and the prosecution for the birthday party. But Bailey maintained that the police were pursuing all the investigative requirements in law, insisting that they have remained professional throughout. Persons permitted to leave their abode or place of residence during the specified hours during the relevant period include the holder of an office or for the purposes of the employment, service, activity or authorization or duties as the case may be described below. The holder of any of the following offices: the Office of Governor General, office as a member of either House of Parliament, and office as a member of the judiciary. Bunting denies alleged involvement in revocation of Vazs' visa. Senator Peter Bunting has categorically denied all accusations in the public sphere regarding his role as the National Security Minister in the revocation of the United States visa of Government Minister Vazs. In an interview on Monday evening, former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica Donald Tapia claimed that Bunting, when he was the island's National Security Minister, had asked the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency to investigate Vazs. However, the present National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, who was also a guest on Nationwide Radio, said Mocha has denied those allegations. In a statement released on Monday night on the developments, Bunting said, "I categorically deny all accusations regarding my role as Minister of National Security in the revocation of Minister Vazs' visa by the United States." Bunting, who is presently the opposition spokesman on national security, said that the issue of revocation of visas falls solely within the purview of the United States government. The revocation of Mr. Vaz's visa continues to engage serious issues as it relates to integrity in public life and apparently touching on matters related or even allegedly involving narcotics trafficking. This matter cannot and should not be resolved in the realm of gossip and speculation, Bunting charged. During my tenure as Minister of National Security, all of my meetings with representatives of the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica or the State Department were official engagements and concerned solely with issues of national security and the safety of the Jamaican public, he stated. None of these meetings were used to pursue any other matters, he continued. Bunting said he had chosen not to engage publicly on this issue, as to do otherwise could risk the trust and confidentiality, which is the bedrock of the relationship between representatives of government. He added, I strongly encourage Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, Minister of Foreign Affairs, to use their respective offices to engage directly with the U.S. State Department on the issue of the visa revocation so that there can be final resolution of the matters raised in the public domain. The U.S. Embassy is under the spotlight following its reinstatement of Jamaica's Minister of Energy, Science and Technology, Darrell Vaz's visitor's visa on Friday after it was revoked in November 2019. The developments took a turn last weekend when questions were raised about a waiver attached to the new one-year B1-B2 visa issued to Vazs with an annotation which refers to controlled substance traffickers. It was further revealed that Tapia had written a letter to 47 U.S. senators in August in which he argued that the U.S. was incorrect in revoking the visa issued to Vazs and it should be returned as soon as possible. The U.S. Embassy has to date not commented on the issues brewing in the public domain regarding the revocation of Vaz's visa and its subsequent reinstatement with a curious annotation attached to it. Karen Cross expelled from PNP. Controversial activist Karen Cross has been expelled from the People's National Party with immediate effect. The decision was taken on Monday night at a meeting of the PNP's Executive Committee, according to a statement from the party. The Executive Committee of the People's National Party, having received and considered the report of the Disciplinary Committee, and in accordance with Section 260 of the party's constitution, expelled Karen Cross from the party with immediate effect, the statement said. This action was taken at its meeting held on September 27, 2021, it added. Cross had been brought before the party's disciplinary committee earlier this year after she made several accusations against the PNP leadership hierarchy, including its president Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell, the party's general secretary. Last Thursday, Cross was among a group of protesters who converged on the party's Old Hope Road, St. Andrew headquarters, where they demanded new leadership of the 83-year-old political organization. Cross is no stranger to controversy in the opposition party and has lambasted the leadership of Golding through several social media posts. Cross and the social media blogger Natalie Stack were both fined $750,000 in the Supreme Court in July after they were found guilty of contempt of court in the matter involving Campbell. A month later, Cross paid her fine, avoiding the alternative sentence of 6 months in jail if she failed to pay the sum. With the recent poll findings showing Golding and the PNP losing ground to the JLP, Cross has been leading the charge for change in the party on social media. U.S. fugitive arrested in St. Anne forecourt Tuesday. A U.S. fugitive who was arrested by the police in Brownstown, St. Anne last week is to appear in court on Tuesday on charges of breaches of the Immigration Act. Garfield Sewell, 20, of Atlanta, Georgia, is wanted in the U.S. for murder and aggravated assault. He arrived in Jamaica on a cruise ship on Monday, September 13, but refused to reboard for its departure. Sewell arrived under the name Eric Lott. However, investigations revealed the name was fraudulent. Members of the Jamaica Fugitive Apprehension Team, the Area Apprehension Team, U.S. Marshals, and other U.S. investigators pursued Sewell for 12 days and apprehended him about 4:10 p.m. on Saturday in St. Anne. Government looking to develop tamper-proof vaccination cards. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has said the government is in discussions to implement a tamper-proof COVID-19 vaccination card. Dr. Tufton made the disclosure on Monday as he responded to questions about fake vaccination cards being manufactured locally.
We are looking at how we can move from a paper-based signature and stamped card, which clearly has greater risks in terms of manipulation, despite the fact that it can be validated through the database cross-checking, to a more digitized approach. So there are some discussions on that. We have a software that I think is quite efficient, gives us real-time numbers in terms of vaccination. We had announced and unveiled it some months ago. This is a UNICEF facility that we had adopted and tailored it to what we have in-house in the ministry. So it really would be to add another leg to that, which is how we digitize on a card for persons. I think that process has to take place, and we need to move speedily towards it for more than one reason, not just for the one you raised, but also for the fact that our capacity as a country to interact with other countries for trade or otherwise, like the US, is going to be impacted if we do not conform to those standards that require validation of vaccination. As you know, the US has called for that. They're moving towards that. Only persons who are vaccinated, visitors that is, can go to the country. It then raises now the issue of how do you prove that you are? And I think the international community through the WHO and others, our multilateral partners and countries, will have to come up with a standard format that we will all comply with over time. We have had internal discussions on it for our team to be vigilant and to determine to the extent that we can if this is in fact taking place, and if it is, clearly we'll deal with it. It is a criminal matter. We do have the database of all persons who have been vaccinated legitimately, and as a consequence can validate or verify or cross-check to see if someone with a card is in fact vaccinated.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.